I was just about to apologize for my appearance. If my eyes look red, I just spent, I don't know, a few minutes crying my eyes out. Going through a lot. This video is going to be on the subject of enmeshment, and I realize now that it's been a hot minute since I've talked about enmeshment. But something happened recently that kind of just like reminded me of the entire dynamic that is enmeshment. By the way, I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to enmeshment. I'm trying to think about the name of this author. Salvador Minuchin. Pretty sure he's the godfather of enmeshment. Pretty sure he coined the term. I think I remember somebody on here that left a comment suggesting that I had no idea what the fuck I was talking about when it came to enmeshment. Yeah, thanks for the good laugh. Oh, man. Enmeshment. Let's talk about it as I decompress from the crying session that I just found myself on. It was wonderful. I needed to do that. I really did. That's why I did it. But yeah, just I know what I'm talking about when it comes to enmeshment. Enmeshment is all about a lack of healthy boundaries in a family system. In other words, diffused boundaries where everyone's shit is everyone's business. Obviously, that's not healthy. And this could go in many different ways. It could go between parent and child, between siblings, as people in the system grow and everything. But specifically what I want to talk about in terms of enmeshment is the reality that is being born in a system of enmeshment, right? For those that are born in a system of enmeshment and they're raised in that, they don't usually feel like what they've experienced is abnormal, right? Which is crazy, right? So it's like, imagine like being born in a prison, right? Imagine being born in a jail cell, right? And I'm going to use the jail cell as a metaphor for the limitations of individual capacity, because that's literally what enmeshment does. It's not just a matter of diffused boundaries or a lack thereof healthy boundaries, and being involved in everyone else's business, right? Not having any private life. It's also about being so overly involved in other people's lives that it limits your capacities and capabilities as an individual. Yeah, enmeshment fucking sucks. It really does. I've said it before and I'll say it again. And it doesn't just suck in the way that it's like, oh man, that sucks. But like, because of how comfortable and familiar it is and the way that you've learned that as normal, it's kind of like, you're trying to get away from being an unhealthy eater, right? But that box of the box of Krispy Kreme donuts, it's got its arms wide open and it's ready to accept you with all of its love and all of its intimacy and all of its feel good, right? No. Enmeshment has a similar dynamic, right? Enmeshment is pseudo intimacy, right? And it really just does suck. It sucks because it literally sucks, like I was saying before, and it sucks because it's like the unhealthy friend that's there for you when nobody else is, but it's really not there for you because it's not safe, it's not healthy, it's not okay. It really isn't. and you give yourself up, you give yourself away, you let yourself go, and you re-enter back into this just fucked up dynamic, right? Imagine being born in a prison cell where, now this is going to sound kind of strange, but I'll say it anyway. Of course, if you're in prison, you're there for a reason. It's usually because you did something, right? But imagine being born in a prison cell and you learned that that's what life is. You learned that your life is just that inside of this prison cell, right? It's nothing else. These are the clothes that you get to wear. Thinking about orange is the new black. Whether it's black, whether it's orange, whether it's white, whether it's checkered, whether it's layered, whatever it is, these are the clothes that you get to wear. This is all that you get to know. You are bad, you are wrong, you've done something wrong. Not to say that that's not the reality for, people in prison, right? But being raised in a system of enmeshment is really metaphorically similar to being born in a jail cell. It limits your capacity to understand that enmeshment, is not intimacy. Being so meshed, so disgustingly meshed with other people's lives and business is not really safe. It's not. Having massively porous boundaries where people can just reach in and control your fucking life with words and manipulation and all that shit and strangle you, it's not cool. It might feel familiar because that's what you were raised in, right? And then the second that you try to get out of that jail cell because you just received word somehow that there's more to life than that jail cell, everything outside of you, including the inner comfort and familiarity that came with being raised in that jail cell, pulls you back into it, right? And that's the reality of it. People that are born in a system of enmeshment, they don't learn that what it is that they were raised in is not healthy, and therefore they actually, over a period of time and total reinforcement through many other ways, in terms of ideas and people and events, remind them over and over again that there is absolutely nothing wrong with... It's not a matter of right or wrong or good or bad. I'm going to try to veer away from that. There's nothing unhealthy about the system that a person comes from when it comes to enmeshment, right? They learn that. It's not that that's true, because it's not true. Enmeshment is exceedingly unhealthy, and it actually kind of disables a person, right? Imagine you learn a belief about yourself that you are incapable of learning, right? But that belief isn't actually true. It's just something that you learn from somewhere, right? Similarly, enmeshment locks a person inside of a very specific way of seeing themselves, and any potential for that person to see themselves in any other way, like, for instance, seeing yourself as capable, right? Enmeshment can trap a person inside of seeing themselves as incapable, without that actually being the reality, right? But everything in their life, including that family system and the people that come into their life simply because they attracted those people based on their family system, the FOO, the Foo Fighters, the family of origin, it all reinforces it. See how much of a prison that is? Like, everything in your fucking reality reinforces that. That's how fucking horrific enmeshment is, right? So not only do we learn this shit early on in childhood, but because that's comfortable and familiar and we don't question it, right? We can't really see a whole lot. We're born and raised in a prison cell, right? So we don't see a whole lot more for ourselves. So do we ever even really question it? No. The anxiety is normal. Yeah, that just comes with life. No, the depression is fucking normal. Yeah, that just comes with life. All of these physical symptoms that you've got to fucking mask with fucking prescription medications that actually do more harm than good, yeah, that's normal. That's just what comes with life. Yeah, all of this premature aging, yeah, that's normal. That's just what comes with life. No, it's fucking not. It's not. It's not. It's fucking not. There is nothing healthy about diffused boundaries. There is nothing healthy about forced intimacy. There is nothing healthy about control. There is nothing healthy about walking on eggshells. There's nothing healthy about, putting yourself in a position where you feel obligated, you feel guilty, you feel ashamed. There's nothing healthy about that. There's not. And for those that have been raised in a system of enmeshment where they feel limited, it's because you are. Not that you actually are, but you have been. You're a fully functioning human being. You're free. The guard probably has the fucking key. Wait for a second, call him over. Guard, hey, come over here. Oh, there's the key. Wow, I'm free. That's it. And then that's a level of freedom that is like fucking unknown to so many people that are born and continue to live in a system of enmeshment, because a lot of people, actually, they're kind of just like, holy shit, what the fuck? I have access to all of this stuff? Wow. And then I don't know. Maybe I should go back to the comfort and familiarity. That's wild, man. The diffused boundaries, the pseudo-intimacy. I mean, that's all the intimacy I've ever known. I've never known anything else. Yeah, I think I'll just go back. Yeah. I mean, I have a system of support. I mean, yeah, I think I'll just go back. And then they leave behind, or no, they go back to what they came from. And they say no to all of this possibility to grow, to evolve. Yeah, enmeshment fucking sucks.